Hello everyone, it's Xbundok here, and today we're coming back with my very first commission. My coworker used to play a lot of Diablo 2 back in the day, and he wanted a figure to sit on his desk that made him think of his barbarian or his fighter from when he was playing. Now, I will say, he bought the mini, he sent it to me, said I like how this looks. He doesn't know who Warduke is. That's okay. So yes, this is a Warduke mini. He also got another one that was, like a freebie that was Kellic. He did not know who either were, and that's fine. We're going to paint them up with a different color scheme, but just so you know, I'm not pinning them to look like the characters in, previous reference. It's just not going to be the same. He's also a guy that's a bit of a bull in a china shop, and he originally said he just wanted the figure to sit on his desk, but instead I thought, let's make a little diorama. So I grabbed one of the baseball displays that they had over at the craft store, so we'll just pop that ring out and we'll make a little terrain base for him. And I was debating whether I wanted to do, I primed up a werebore for him to be fighting, because I can't have just one figure in all that space, but I ended up going ahead and just using the Kellic figure that came along with it, mostly because I wasn't going to be using them, and I just thought it would fit. There's evil mages and magic users and things in Diablo, so let's get some paint on these minis. Right, so this is how our guy is looking right now. My coworker let the color scheme all up to me. The only thing he requested was that there was a little bit of blood splatter, so we made sure that was on there for him. I did some gold accents and highlights because I thought the gold kind of complemented well, and it definitely gives me that Diablo feel, you know, something gaudy yet just beat the life speed out of it. I mean, he unfortunately hasn't played Diablo 4. He was mostly a Diablo 2 guy, but it just kind of fits what I'm used to. So we also painted up the Kellic, not Kellic figure. I was originally going to go with an all black robe, but I thought that might be too much, so I went with the purple outer and red inner. And so we'll get these guys set up on this. So let's open this up and see what we got to work with here. So if any of you are looking to use these in the future, just know the bottom ring isn't fused plastic at all. It's just kind of stuck on there. So, I mean, I just popped it right off with a letter opener. And the top down is convenient because you only have two sides that are kind of set into it. It's not a full box. And the inside is slightly smaller than 3x3. So most of us, have little terrain palettes sitting around. So you just shave it down a little bit. I added a little bit of extra texture on here. And all I had to do was make sure that it fit fine in between those other two. And of course, keep it in line with the top, even though there's no groove there, which wasn't really an issue. So that'll fit snugly in between. So we're going to do a gray coat on top and then do some black washing. And then I know some of you will say I probably used a little bit too much paint here. And you know what? Yeah, I'd agree with that. But I was kind of pushing through because I wanted to get this done through the weekend so that he could have this on Monday. Just because I really wanted to get it back to him. So we're going to brush it off. We're going to, go across with our brush and get the excess off. And then since it is saturated, we're going to let it sit for a little bit. And then we'll go in with our black wash. And then once that dries up, we're still going to go in with a little bit of extra dark tone to kind of accentuate the, like the tile edges on the floor, the cracks in the floor and things like that. Alright, so I decided to add just a little bit more. Since this is a raised platform in there, instead of just painting the sides black, I decided to get some balsa wood, add a little bit of wash and color on it, and add what I think is probably one of the most well-known quotes from Diablo 2. I mean, you all can drop yours below if you think one's better than that, but that's the one that always sticks in my head. So what we're going to do is we're going to hot glue that on there. We're going to set our guys up. I used a little bit of glue to add just a little bit of sand terrain. I thought about adding something like broken columns to try and give it that cathedral feel. But I felt that would be too busy, especially since I didn't make this with a backdrop. So like two of the walls of the container aren't painted. There's no other extra accents. It's just going to be a clear top. So I didn't want to make it too busy, but I wanted to give it just a little bit. So here we have our finished piece. I'm exceptionally happy with how they came out. The Warduke, not Warduke, is probably one of the happiest I've been with the paint in a while. That wasn't, something like a zombie. Kellic could use a little bit more work, and obviously I need a lot of terrain practice, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully my coworker's really happy with it too. hopefully you guys can use this for some ideas for your own shelf sitters or things like that. If you have anything to contribute, anything you think I should maybe have done instead, just let me know. Drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, like, and if you want to come back for more, please subscribe. I hope all of you enjoyed it. I'm hopefully going to have another one up this weekend. I have a pretty big orc figure that I've been working on. It's my first 100mm figure, or 100cm. 100cm? That sounds right. Anyway, I'll get a video of him up sometime this week. And take care, guys.